It's 1879, and top hats are all the rage. If you're wearing a top hat, you're in the higher echelon of society. You are a debonair gentleman. The world is your oyster. Hey, where is your top hat? I found at Amazon the hat for you. It's 100% wool with a satin liner. If you're interested, there is a link in my descriptions. The descriptions is located under this video. It's time to don your top hat and read this edition of Life in the 1800s newspaper. This is the Morning Oregonian, dated February 28th, 1879. A letter from Chief Moses to General Howard, February 19th, 1879. First of all, I wish to say you have always been good to me. I understood you correctly at Priest Rapids and took you to my heart. The talk which you had with us there was taken to our hearts. After that interview, all the eyes of the Indians in the upper country were upon General Howard, and they came to me saying, When is that paper coming back? Now, this day, the paper has come back, and there is no land given. We have understood today that there is no land for us, for Moses, Hyenchi, Homily, and all the others. Therefore, we must think the situation over. Now this day I have a hard knot given to me to untie. It is an awful undertaking for me to go back to all these people and tell them they have been refused. I have nothing for them. It is a hard task. We had so thought upon this reservation matter and talked of it so often that our hearts had become as one. The people were a unit. Now when I tell them this, I fear they may scatter in many directions, according to their interests, and they will laugh at me, I am afraid, because I told them General Howard would surely get this for us. For my part, I am ashamed, and I expect you, General Howard, are ashamed, for we are defeated men, and the Indians will laugh at us. We are both beaten, and those that have opposed us have won. We have been outwitted. I have been looking to you heretofore, and though you have nothing to do with us now, I want to ask you to use your influence to let us work slowly, and do not drag us and jerk us on to any reservation. I always had perfect confidence in you, and my heart loves you now. Happen what will, you and I will always be friends. I will never take arms against you. It seems very strange that the bad men are always successful. I have kept my rifle behind me, have tried to be good, but the bad are in the lead, and they can go ahead of the chiefs and generals. With all the humiliation I have been subjected to, dragged away, disarmed, maltreated, thrown into irons, disgrace heaped upon me as dirt, my heart to its very bottom has been faithful to General Howard. You Americans have many means of communication, and the newspapers bring the news to all of you at once. But with us, we have no such things. Soon now, this news you have sent me will begin to spread. It will fly from camp to camp. It will in time travel far and near. Some will hear it, and they will say, I will go see Moses himself. They will come to my camp. To all such I will tell the truth. All the various people that speak my tongue will talk it over together. Some will curse. The good will try to pacify the bad. They will weigh it long in their hearts. They will look at it on every side to see what they would gain by going to war. They will decide as seems best to them and according to the persuasion of the chiefs. This cannot be done in a day. The whites must be patient and give us time. It is by hurrying such things that they bring on trouble. As long as you remain a general, I think we can manage these things very well. The Indians like you, and they like me, but you ought to have some power and control over the people. I wonder if the whites know what I have done for them. I know they don't, but you do. During your war with Joseph, I worked as hard as you did. My people were crazy. I held them back with both hands. Last year, the same. They abused me. I had almost to fight them. They showed me what they could make, but I held them down. Now what have I for a reward? Not what I asked for. Nothing but outrages that humiliate me. I have but one mind, but one speech. I will not fight. My rifle must stay behind me all the time. General Howard, that is all I have to say. Chief Moses. New today. Lost. A lace collarette in vicinity of Main, 1st and 4th. The finder will be suitably rewarded by leaving same at Clark and Henderson's. Washington Territory. A young man of good social rank was detected in the act of robbing a Walla Walla grocery store recently. He claimed that he was driven by hunger to the deed, and from sympathy he was not prosecuted. George Hockleroad was instantly killed by a wagon box falling upon him a few days ago at Goldendale. It appeared the boy pulled out the prop from under the box, and it fell on him, breaking his neck and killing him instantly. The Walla Walla Agricultural Society has engaged of Thomas Collins, the proprietor of the Walla Walla Driving Park, the use of the racetrack grounds and buildings for the next fair. Mr. Collin agrees that there should be no gambling tables or other gambling devices allowed on the premises except pool sailing, which will be conducted by himself. The Picayune took occasion a few days ago in commenting on the speech of General Bragg of Wisconsin to say that the capture and appropriation of private property during the war was simple robbery. This is strictly true. No statute can make such a proceeding anything but robbery. International law and the practice of civilized nations alike condemn it as robbery. Wherever, then, it can be proved that the federal treasury is in possession of money derived from the sale of captured or abandoned private property, in other words, the proceeds of such robbery, it is the duty of the government to pay the money to the owners of the property. This obligation does not depend on the loyalty or disloyalty of the owner. More burglaries. Housebreaking is still reported. Clothing stolen from clotheslines and chickens from hen houses is also becoming common. Our city, and indeed the whole country, is full of tramps and thieves, and people cannot be too careful. At an early hour yesterday morning, the Merchants Exchange Saloon, kept by Mr. H. Boyd, situated below Central Market, was entered by burglars and the sum of $30 abstracted from the till. Mrs. Laura Jackson of Clackamas County was arrested a few days ago by Sheriff Pillsbury on a charge of adultery preferred by her husband. She was brought down to Portland Wednesday and lodged in jail in default of bonds. The case will be investigated by the grand jury.